What's up, everybody, and happy Thursday to you. We almost to Friday, and this is Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host, Mr. James Ayan. I am joined in virtual studio with my friend Miguel Colon. Don't you forget about the junior, because he knows who his daddy is. And our official sponsor from Kaufman and Lynn, your personal injury attorneys. They've been winning and representing the good people of Orlando for over 20 years. We got Jeff, the Batman Kaufman, also a comic book creator and winning lawyer, by the way, people. He be out there in them streets doing that thing. Comedian. How's everybody feel tonight on this Thursday?
I'm good, man. I feel great, man.
I do feel good lately, man.
I've been fortunate, man. It's been weird. We did a lot of weird stuff over the last weekend where I had Jacob for Mother's Day. And
okay, how does that work? She's like, look, it's Mother's Day, and I don't feel like being a mother. So take your kid.
Okay, here's the thing. Because of Julia and her can spend time, because Jacob's can be much. Jacob's a little haul. You know, he's on the spectrum.
Dude, though, man.
Jacob's a great dude, but you got to watch him. You got to be. It's his world, and we got to be around it.
There you go.
So I get on Friday, and I forget that on Monday I told Ken Miller I would do a set at the center in Deltona.
Oh, so
I'm like, oh God, no, I forgot. And then it was on. I was picking him up, and I'm going, oh my God, I got the show. So I got to bring him to the show. I got to take him to a comedy show.
And I got to tell you this. I got to interrupt you. To me, this sounds like a great night waiting to happen. Taking Jacob to a comedy show sounds like nothing but a good time.
Oh, and the Russian, she's with me. She goes, I'll watch him. I'll watch it. It'll be cool. So Ken, his boy Jay Allen, and I. And I go, I wonder, I got 10 minutes. What am I going to do? I go, let me do the autistic set since he's here. So I get up there and I tell the audience beforehand, I'm like, hey, I want you to know this is my son, Jacob. You see him in the commercials, you see him everywhere.
But they knew Jacob, right? Like people
Some of them
did.
Him. Some of them saw him from the movie theater. They know, oh, that's a kid in the movie theater. And they're all jazzed. Hey, they're going nuts. I'm like, okay, cool. So I do the autistic bit. Halfway through, he starts laughing. And I mean, Jacob laughs loud.
Okay.
The whole room, I don't think they're laughing at me anymore. I think they're laughing at Jacob, laughing at me. And the whole room is going off. They're having they're laughing, they're having a good time. And it was just that was part one.
Okay.
Part two is we have the Pirates game Saturday night. Okay. And if you haven't been to a Pirates game, you're missing out. It's fun.
It's a good time, brother.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And and because I'm one of the sponsors, I got to do a lot of things. So Jacob's on the Jumbotron, Jacob's everywhere. He's having a good time. And we win in the last 4 seconds of the game.
Nice.
Awesome win. That's the way indoor football is. It's fast, it's fun.
It's exciting. Yeah.
I have Jacob, I got Matt, I got the Russian. We're heading down to the locker room. I said, all right, watch him. So I go into the locker room. They're getting ready to hand out game balls. Like, okay, let's get ready to pray. And then I hear these words, what's your name? I turn around.
He's there.
How did he get in the locker room? I got him by the wrist. They go, okay, let's pray. So I bring Jacob up to the pray huddle. There's players, there's coaches, and Jacob's got his hands on the back of these two players. And at the end of the prayer, Jacob, a split second before everyone else goes, amen. Awesome.
I bet the players love
Oh, yeah.
Bro, how can you not, man?
Yeah. And we had a bunch of these players came up to me and they go, hey, my son, my God kid, my this, my that. It goes, I love seeing him out. I say go to the movies. I see him in the movie theaters. It's so good that he's out there. And it was Jacob's weekend. I was just so happy about that. It was amazing.
I'm so happy.
And the Orlando Pirates and their owner, Jawad, everybody is making, this is our team. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because this is who we are. We're not fancy. We're not this.
We O-Town, baby.
We're O-Town. We are arena football. That's who we are.
True.
We're not. We are basically indoor football. We ain't gonna win any championships. We're gonna just have a good time. Drink.
Thunderdome, two-team center. Both of them leave afterwards because they're safe.
Yeah. Two teams enter here. Both teams go to Applebee's. It's all good.
It's good. And it ends early, and Applebee's has pretty reasonably priced apps.
I'm not going to lie to you. They sure do. That's right.
Who used to have the yeast rolls, the big fat yeast rolls?
Quincy's, dog. Quincy's.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Quincy's yeast roll. I'd drink a Quincy's yeast roll. If you put it in a blender and gave me a straw and put some boba at the bottom of it, I suck down a Quincy's yeast roll.
There is a number of restaurants we grew up with in the 80s that just didn't make it. Bennigan's, Sizzler, Quincy's.
Every now and then when my health is wrong, my pee will smell like a Quincy's yeast roll, and it'll be sad and happy at the same time.
Yep.
I'm like, I need to check my pH balances, but man, that takes me back.
Bro, I would go to Quincy's, order a salad just to get all the yeast rolls.
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
Red Lobster used to do the cheddar rolls too. They don't do that anymore.
Red Lobster, the cheddar rolls, yeah. Quincy's did the yeast rolls. I used to get little meatloaf at Quincy's because when I discovered meatloaf, I think I was like 16 years old. My mom never made meatloaf. That's you eat your culture's food.
Correct.
And you stumble into other cultures' food. So I never had meatloaf. And then it was like 16 years
Puerto Rican meatloaf. I'm sure somebody put that together.
No, we didn't. I mean, honest to God, we didn't.
It's not a Latin dish. Yeah,
there's enough Latino foods. Like that's what some people think. And I don't mean you may think that, but it's funny because people, we all think. I thought for the longest time everybody had. I don't call me 12. Everybody had rice and beans.
Yeah.
Everybody have it. You think your culture's foods. Everybody has it. But then you find out, oh no, this is just you guys do this a lot, Right. So I never had meatloaf till I was like 16. I had it like a restaurant, and I was like, this is fire.
Yeah, it is.
And then I learned it at Quincy's. It was at one of those buffets. It's like old country buffets where I had it. Yep. And then I would go to Quincy's, and all I want to do is get yeast rolls and put meatloaf in it. And now I got to take metformin. So
yeah.
I'm that dude though. I know as a diabetic, I shouldn't. If you offer a decent quality bread and I can have as much as I want, I'm going to embarrass you how much I'm going to eat.
Oh, bro, bread as a Puerto Rican, bread and butter.
God. Yeah.
Bread and butter is oh my God. Oh my God. Like pan boricua or pan bueno. Oh my God.
Even if you go to a Spanish spot, of course, especially the Dominican spot, but if I go to like Outback, I'm going to eat 3 of those loaves.
Yeah. The worst part about that is, you know what I'm talking about. The bloomin' onion.
Oh God, bro! I ate one the other day.
5,000 calories.
Almost had a heart attack, but damn, it was good.
But it's worth it.
It's so good.
If I had one food, if I knew I was going to die the minute I stopped eating one food, I think the bloomin' onion might be it for me.
It's pretty damn good, bro.
I'd be like, going, I don't need a steak. I don't need the bloomin' onion. Would be the last flavor that would.
And that sauce that is made out of a mayonnaise base,
the orange,
a bunch of stuff in it, like bro.
I'm gonna tell you this. You have a bomb steak, like a perfectly cooked ribeye that's delicious, and you have it with a twice baked potato, and it's amazing. You take the steak away, you have that twice baked potato, it's still amazing. You take the potato away, you had that steak, you still want that potato, even though the steak is so good. Even though the steak is so good, it's what you're willing to pay the most money for. But by itself, you're just like, but where the hell is that potato?
Well, I need that starch. I need some carbs. Yeah.
I always hate because I watch a lot of stuff. I watch a lot of these TikToks where they tell you the new food truck, the new this. And you know what? I love that we have this now because I get introduced to like some amazing food. Like there's the pastrami guy on off of Colonial, Orange.
Don't tell nobody where it's at. Don't tell nobody where it's at. I know. It's already busy. But this guy was on Triple D's.
Yeah,
this guy makes world class,
world famous pastrami.
Ooh. Damn, it was good, and some good fries.
Ooh, Tuesday. Hold on, we can't say we're shooting our show tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
maybe we can hop over and grab some pastrami.
Don't tell nobody ever where it's at. Tell Craig.
There was a line.
Stop telling people.
Oh, you were gone. There was a line of people in front of us. I was mad. They go, yeah, Craig told us to come. I looked over how I'll whoop your ass. I will beat you to death if you tell people about our spot.
Hey, that's Foodie 101. If you find a dope spot that's good and nobody's there, don't tell nobody because then everybody goes, man.
There's a new Vietnamese cafe like that. It's called the Z Cafe, and it's on Mills. And I walk in there, and it's just as good as the high-end spaces that are the Michelin soups and everything. I went in there, and it's always empty. And you know it's good because the guy behind the counter barely speaks English.
That's when you know the food's going to be fire.
Yeah. Yes. The Vietnamese guy speaks no English, and you're just like, oh, he just kind of looks at you, and he's kind of mad that you're there.
Yeah, he's not happy. I like that. He's not quite happy you're there. But yeah, I love that. Then you know the food's gonna be. You go to a Mexican restaurant and they don't speak a lot of English. That food's gonna be So damn good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna tear
You
me
ever
up.
notice too, like if you go to a restaurant and you don't see the people of that culture cooking the food, it makes you nervous unless
Yeah.
unless the people are Mexican.
Correct.
I walk into an Ethiopian restaurant and I look back there and it's a bunch of Greek dudes. I'm like, what the hell is this? I walk into an Ethiopian restaurant and it's a bunch of Mexican dudes. I'm like, all right, they got this. They got this.
One of
They
our
got this.
favorite clubs to play because they have delicious food is in Port Charlotte called the Sonny's. The chef is Mexican.
100%.
His boys, and it's a classy. They make their own pasta. Best damn Italian I've had. It's all Mexican. So good.
And the dishwasher's a white kid from an affluent family, just to make everyone feel good. Yeah. Your feet all soaked in there, Kobe.
Some white kid from Dr. Phillips. Yeah.
Hands are all cracking because the soap, Connor. Yeah, you ain't never gonna be nothing. You smell like wet dog when you're wet, Connor.
Drag car.
At the end of the night, Connor goes and gets into a BMW. Yeah.
Tomorrow,
guys.
All right, bye, guys. Bye, Connor. Enjoy the Galapagos this weekend on your boat. We showed him. High five.
And Connor, he's none the wiser. Just like, all right, guys. All right.
He's like, I just do this so I'm not occupied by crypto mining all the time.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Man, I hope that we start growing this more. Like in Vegas, they do this. There are a lot of pop-ups in Vegas. There's a lot of, and the food is amazing. And I think we are at the golden age of food right now.
I think
we're coming close to it.
I would,
because there's so many fusions. There's so many mixes. There's so many. We pride ourselves in what we're cooking now.
Gotcha.
And I love that.
I love how popular food trucks have become. When it was
I
don't
because they're all super expensive now.
Oh, you're right.
And they're not as amazing as food trucks used to be. Okay. Food trucks used to specialize in a couple things. They were great, and there's some fun food trucks, but you didn't have to pay $36 to get this fusion teriyaki bob. Nah, man, it was an old Japanese lady in there. She made 3 kinds of rice dishes and a burger. Everybody made a bomb burger, and it was fired. It was $6.99 with a bag of chips and a soda.
There's pride.
And when you got pride in it. And when you were a little tipsy coming out of the club, it was perfect.
Yeah, food trucks now. I feel like how hipsters feel when a band gets discovered and then it changes. It's great for the people who own the food trucks, but bro, we've been eating roach coaches and food trucks our whole lives, and now people try to talk about there's this great food truck, and I'm like, bro, there was always a great food truck.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's like when things get too fancy, like when hot dog carts try to get too fancy. I'm like, no, player.
I just want a Jordanian hot dog.
Just give me some all beef and some onions sauteed and a ice cold can of soda that's been floating in that water.
When it's in the ice water, it's about
our Jordanian boo takes care of business though.
He does.
What bank is he in front of?
There's a Bank of America.
It's the Bank of America now. Okay.
No, it's the Orange Building. The Bank of America. Is that a Bank of America now?
Bank of America right over there. Yeah.
There's only one bank.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's always funny. Where do you get the hot dog guy? Well, he's right in front of the Bank of America.
But there is one food truck that's really fire. That's the egg roll guy. That egg roll truck is really good. Yeah. They got all these
egg roll is good. Yeah.
It's good. I like that one.
But do egg rolls, how much are the egg rolls, James? You know what I'm talking about.
$20, like for
$3. No, that's BS though.
Yeah, that's BS, man.
It has to be because they can't make a living. They have to do that. But I don't like it. I like the guy who's just starting out. He just got out of school. He's doing, he's
hungry,
he's trying something.
Yeah.
I like
support that. I support that, man.
$20 for 3 egg rolls. I'll punch him.
Yeah, you're right. But don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back to argue about some more useless stuff right here on Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Everybody, you're still listening to us, Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. We're arguing because that's what we do. I'm James John, Miguel Colon Jr., and that is Jeff the Batman Kaufman. Jeff was like, hey, man, we need to hurry up and get this done because I need to go to Publix. So we're like, oh, man, if you need to cut out on the radio, you just go to Publix. Like, nah, man, it's like 10 feet away.
Miguel lives down here, too. Hold on. Miguel lives down here. How far do you live from me?
It probably take me 10 minutes to walk to your house.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nice, because I live Washington Brown area.
Okay, so you're just a little bit out of the homeless area. See, I'm like
just
in the
a little bit out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm where the police horses poop.
Aren't they spreading though, like a virus? Like the homeless people are everywhere in Orlando now, right?
It's based on where the buses stop. If there's a bus stop closest,
okay.
you kind of screwed.
Is that what it is? Where the bus stop is? That's where they're gonna go. Because
Okay, hey, hold on, Miguel. This is what I got. This was you perfect. I was going. Miguel would love this situation. He would write the perfect bit on this one.
uh-oh.
All right, right outside of Publix is where the homeless dudes. Well, they also have the people who are getting paid to raise money for the poor. So they're like fighting for your money as you're going into Publix. And I'm like going, why do I pay you? I'm gonna cut out the middleman and give it to the crack addict here.
That's like Mike Shurette's joke. He said, "Man, you ever go to Publix and they ask you if you want to support special needs kids, and then you just look at the bagger and hand him the money? You know?
Yeah.
Why am I going? Yeah, give you.
I tell you, what's cool about buses, guys? Probably 50 feet from my doorstep is the bus. It's on the one on Robinson.
Okay.
And that bus, it'll take you about 25 minutes, though. It goes straight to the airport. So tons of times, I go, and if it's all timed right, man, I go get on the bus straight to the airport.
No
and
way.
then if I can get off right, it's about 30 minutes on the way back. If I get off with enough time, can get right on the bus and go straight to the airport.
Man,
the airport bus is up. Yeah, is that Jeff? That is amazing. Now the buses in Florida, they only run like every hour. You know, so you got to get it right. Yeah,
like
but still, so many times I've been like, you know what? I'll take the bus. It's about a 25-minute ride from my house to the airport.
Ooh,
$2. Jeff knows. And then you get dropped right off. There's no, the bus has its own lanes riding the whole time, pretty much.
Do you tip the bus? Have you ever tried to tip a bus driver?
Yeah, they're not about it, man. They act to you like they're like, listen, man, I trying to have cash on me, bro. If these people see that I got cash on me, you know?
Bad, yeah. They go crazy, son.
Yeah. You know what's really cool too, Jeff? So I'm over there where your office is on Robinson. Yeah. It probably takes me 10 minutes to walk to your office. Because if I go right, it takes me 10 minutes to walk to your office. If I go left, it takes me 10 minutes to walk to your house around Lake Eola, So I'm like right there. And then, so, it's about a 15-minute walk to the bus station, the Orlando bus station. When I used to drink around the world at Epcot, take the bus. Take the bus, baby. The bus to Disney. Here's the thing and I used to work at Disney. I used to wait tables and serve. Yeah. And I used to bartend, wait tables and serve. Here's the thing. If the bus ran later, I would have taken the bus to work all the time, but it stopped at like 10 o'clock, go to Disney. But tons of times when I would work the day shift, honest to God, guys, I would take the bus from downtown Orlando. The bus only takes you about 40 minutes. When Jeff, sometimes from downtown Orlando in traffic, the bus will take you 40 minutes to it, or the driving will take 40 to an hour. But I would take the bus. Another one was UCF because when you're right by the bus station, I used to go tailgate at UCF. I would take the bus. I would go. I would get lit. I've taken the bus in Orlando. I know the bus routes. My mother used to get bus passes because she worked at school at Boone. And so they would give them all these bus passes. They give teachers like bus passes. I used to have bus passes all the time. And I integrated into my lifetime in my 20s. I would be like, you guys want to go? Because back then it was yellow cab. So I would be like, hey, we'll take the bus to UCF, go bar hop. And then 407-699-9999, baby. Yep. Let's get home. Mirrors.
I've never taken an actual yellow cab. I would love to. For just
really?
You never took a cab? A cab? Never a cab.
Never.
Have you never hailed a cab from the street or anything?
Never. Nah.
Jeff, I didn't know. Never.
No.
Damn. Jeff, I didn't know.
You ain't that young. Come on, you've had to hop a cab.
I've never had to take a cab though, because think about it.
Uber now, but I mean,
I've lived in Florida all my life.
So you have to take cabs in Florida if you want to go not drive.
Well, he was married.
I've always had like family. I've always had friends that would drive me. If I go to a big city, they'd always pick me up. We never did cabs.
You've never been in a cab. I've taken gypsy cabs, James. The gypsy cab, bro. The dollar cab.
How do you find a gypsy cab? They're not marked, right? Like, how do you?
Yeah, but they're sitting outside their car, just nodding
and nodding.
Yeah, you put your hands up.
Put your fingers
up. Put them 2 hands up. Jeff knows.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. The gypsy cab.
It's a half Nazi. You just put the 2 fingers out.
Two fingers up, man. The gypsy cab spins around and they grab you. The dollar cab. The OJs, man. Back in New York, the OJs, man.
Explain this process. Gypsy cab, not monitored,
not licensed.
registered,
Yeah, not licensed.
How do you agree upon the
You
fare?
get in the cab, you tell them where you go, and they tell you how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
And he has a figure, and
you give them half up.
Everything. They know exactly.
They know everything. You give them half up front. Like a lot of times they'll be like half up front, and then you pay the rest when you get there.
So
and
they were the first Ubers.
Yes.
Yeah, they were just cabs. They were just like cabs. Just.
But they didn't have the medallions. The medallions were expensive.
Yeah, the medallions were expensive. They didn't have the hack license, so they were.
Could you imagine in New York, for example, it was $1 million to be able to get a license to? They call them medallions to be able to drive a
hack
cab.
license was $1 million,
and then Uber came out and became worthless overnight.
They were burning Ubers. They were burning down Uber. Cab drivers would start it with gypsy cab drivers.
Oh, I can imagine.
Gypsy cab drivers get murdered in the 80s over this stuff. Yeah, because they were cutting throats, because the gypsy cab would come and pick you up and negotiate whatever price. And you could hire the gypsy cab all day. You could run errands and hire them all day.
Got it.
And then the OJs were famous. They were a gypsy cab service in New York, and they would do everything from high end. So if you needed like a Mercedes or something, they'd get you a high end car. They get you, because it's independent dudes with cars. It wasn't an agency. It's just, it's the same as Uber, but there was no centralized hub. The OJs were the first centralized hub for like gypsy cabin, and they were basically, you would call that number, bro. James, 80s, 90s New York was a whole system that people won't get now. You would call the dudes for weed, and they would roll up on their bicycle and bring you weed. Yeah, you would. It
was
play
Uber Eats, but with drugs.
It was
drugs.
Hash.
Yeah. James, you didn't play the lottery. You played the number. Nobody cared about the New York State Lottery. You know why? Because nobody knew anybody who won the New York State Lottery. No. But everybody won the number eventually.
And you played your numbers. You always played
your numbers. And it was the bola, man. The bola. You would play the number. And then the thing is, it was 3 numbers. That's it. It's 3 numbers you play. You play your number. You get, and also here's the thing. It was on credit. So you would go, and then every bodega, everyone ran numbers. So here's the thing about the number. Any place people congregated also ran the numbers. And the wise guys, they basically backed that number runner up. And then everybody, so no matter who you were, mom and pop bodega, people, you're going to make an extra $100, $200 a week. And guess what? The cops aren't sending a task force to bust the number.
No, they don't want to bust the number.
Because guess what the cops do, James? They play the number. They play their badge. No, James, they play their badge number. They play the last 3 numbers on their badge.
What?
Everybody played the number. Everybody had their number. And you could play for a quarter, 50 cents, $1, because you just got a piece. And then what happened was the person who ran the number, when you hit, they got a percentage of your win too, because they paid up to a bank, a small one. So, you won $1,000. They paid you out $950. And they made their $50 on top. And then the wise guys who ran that number shop, they took a cut, kicked up.
That's dope.
And everybody played the number. And you could play the number everywhere. And then it was everything else. You could go to a bodega and play the number. You could go to a cab stand and play the number. You could go to a Chinese restaurant. They had the number. And then you also had the guy who would come around. And literally, here's the thing. The lotto, you got to go to the store, get a lottery ticket, scratch it, have an ID. The dude would come knocking at your door and be like, "Hey, what's up, man? You trying to play today?" Yeah. You know what, Terry? Put me down for $2. Play my number. And you would say, "Play my number." He already knew your number. And go ahead, play 352 also. Okay, cool. There was no box. Just the 3 numbers would hit. And if they hit, you won.
And I got to imagine you could buy numbers in like a barbershop.
Yeah.
Everywhere, James. Everywhere. Everyone that congregated people, you could play the number at. And generally how it worked was a neighborhood had one spot that was backed by and then here's the thing. If you try to run an independent shop and you weren't backed by somebody, first you warned, and then after that you're getting busted up. That's the same thing with cab driver. So you're a gypsy cab and this is a yellow cab block. First warning is going to be get out of here. Next time your car is going to be on fire.
That's crazy.
James, you could play the number on the garbage route. Garbage men would come up, be like, "Oh, snap, the garbage man's here. Hey, Terry, put me down for 555. All right. Anybody who ran a route, and then boom, you played the number. And like I said,
different days. These are different days.
Different days.
I was at a casino. I was to open up for Jim a couple weeks ago at Rocky Gap, and the smaller casinos, they don't have like all the selection you'd want. So they have like the weird ones every once in a while.
They don't have the bells and whistles.
And I don't play craps. I don't roll dice because I don't know enough about it. Well, there was nothing else to do, and there's one dude, and he goes, "Hey, I'm getting tired of rolling." Just one dude was on the table for like I think an hour, and he goes, "Could you roll some?" And I didn't even know how to play, but I'm betting. And here's the thing about the dice: the goal is just to last as long as possible. Just keep rolling as long as you don't crap out.
Twice a week with my wife.
I wound up making stupid money. And I didn't understand what the hell I was doing.
Yeah,
craps is my favorite casino game, guys.
I don't understand craps. So explain it to us, Miguel.
Okay, simplified craps is this: you got your table, you got your pit man, your stick man, your boss. Right? Your table has numbers on it. You have a line, the come line, and then the don't come. The easiest part to first understand is
you might want to break that down for them.
Yeah, listen, when you're betting on that come line, you are putting your money down and saying, I believe that I am going to roll the number I picked or a 7 or 11 on this first roll.
7-11. Okay.
So I believe I'm going to roll a 7 or 11 on this first roll or a point number. So you roll the dice in the first hand. Boom. Roll a 7-11. You win that come bet. $10, you win $10 also on top, right?
Mm-hmm.
You roll on your second roll. Now you roll a 6. The point is now 6.
Okay.
Now your come bet is saying, I bet that I will roll this 6 before I roll a 7 or 11 or crap out.
Ooh,
now you can also start betting on numbers also, like, hey, put me down for $5 on 4, because I think a 4 is going to come up before a 7-11 or a crap out. Put on this. Then you could bet hard ways. I bet I'm gonna hit 8 the hard way, which hard way means the 2 sets of numbers. A 10 the hard way is 2 5s, and 8 the hard way is 2 4s. A 6 the hard way is 2 3s.
I get it.
You could also bet the field, which is like, I think I'm going to hit these combinations. And if you're a total jerk, you could bet the don't pass line.
That's
which
what
is
I've
basically
heard.
Loser. Oof.
Which is basically saying, I bet these guys are wrong.
I'm going to bet you're all going to lose. And when somebody does that, you kind of give them the look. You're going,
everyone hates him.
Is it considered like, hey, you being a jackass right now?
Yeah, you bet against everybody at this table.
You want the party to end. That's what you're doing. You want to end our party.
And there's lots of other bets you can bet within there. But that's what you're doing. You're betting on that. And then, your thing is, as long as you're not betting the don't pass line, you and everybody at that table are agreeing that we're in it together.
Yes.
It's a party atmosphere.
And casino, they're not mad you're winning because
the
next table over is losing. Yeah, they're getting tipped. The next table over is making millions of dollars. So the vibe is when you hit, let's say you're on your third pass.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too. Your point is 5. So you got to hit a 5. You're betting that you're going to hit a 5 before you hit a 7-11, and so your point's 5. The point's smart. But you also bought all these numbers. So, hey, you're rolling, guess what? A 6. Oh, you hit the 6. Oh, he's an 8. Oh, 9 coming out. 10. You're doing great. You're making money on all these because you bought these. Yes. And you roll, and you're on your 12th pass, and you haven't hit a 7 or 11 yet. And everybody's banking and making money. And then you roll, and you hit a 5. That was your point. Hey, he hit the point. Now we change to a new point. So now that money comes to you, and you can take all your bets off and wait, and you're betting that pass line, and you roll again, and the new point is 6. Okay, new point 6. This is good. 6 is a common hit. So now you're betting. Everything's cool. And you've been winning. Everybody's been winning money off you. 12th pass on this second run, and you hit the crap. Oh, crap out. Everybody collectively is like, oh.
Yeah.
But they're all like counting the money that they just made.
Yeah.
They're all having a good time. The dealer, you tip the dealer every time you're doing well. They're happy. Everybody's having a good time. The craps table is a place for winners.
Got it.
The vibe is we're winning. The poker table, you're all against each other in these cards. The blackjack table, the guy next to you can screw this up for you.
Yeah. Oh, I was with this woman at the table, and she she sits down at my table and she's sad. I go, what happened? They were mean to me at the other table. I go, what happened? Well, she goes, well, I bet how I feel. And they got mad because I took cards and they were like, blackjack is a mathematical game.
Yeah,
it
And
is.
but the truth is it's also about feelings. Every card game is about feelings too. And if you're just playing the math on blackjack, you're just sitting there. Now, some
right.
people, so everyone gets superstitious
That's
at that
not
table.
necessarily fun to me. Blackjack.
No,
It's a
blackjack is
somber.
not a fun game for
When you
me
go to the
because
table, no one's talking. It's very quiet. Usually when I've gone to blackjack, and I'm not good at it.
But I watched somebody at a poker table in Vegas 2 months ago win.
Wait. Before you
she
tell
won
them,
100,000.
wait,
Yeah.
we got to take a quick little break. Guys, don't go anywhere. Don't make a bet until we get back right here on Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1.
I saw what you did there.
You saw, come on, man. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. It's a nightcap of comedy. I'm James John. That's Miguel Colon. Don't you forget to Junior. He knows who his daddy is. And Jeff the Batman Kaufman. We were just talking about the fact that when we gamble, certain games I didn't understand, and Miguel just broke down craps for me. I finally understand what's going on at the table now. So I want to go there. I want to hoop. I want to holler. I want to have a good time with everybody. Maybe make a little bit of money on the pass, if you will. And Jeff was talking about he was just in Vegas, and a woman won a large sum of money playing poker. How much she win?
It was amazing. This lady sat down, tried to sit down at the table I was with, but it had a higher minimum. So I said, that table right there has a $5, and she went over to the $5 table and hit, I think, $250,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is the thing about gamblers. You got the gamblers like me who love to see this happen because it gives you faith. It also makes you appreciate that good things happen and that amazing things can happen.
Yeah.
And then you have these dark SOBs who are going, she's just going to blow it. She's just going to put it all on something else. And I'm waiting. It took her an hour to get paid. And I'm living vicariously through her.
It's just so good to see him win.
I was just like going, wow, that can happen. You watch this miracle because the math is insane. It can't happen.
House wins normally. Yeah. My question is this. What's the rules on being taxed on winnings at a casino?
It depends. They just raised the worst thing about slot machines was any win over 2,000, any win over, I think it was originally 1,200, they had to give you a tax form. Damn. But you're losing money at the same time. So you got to hope that they're tracking the losses at the same level as the wins.
Got it.
So what I do know is this. When it comes to like the big bonuses, when you win a big bonus, a progressive, they have to tax it, even if it's like 1,200 or lower. But if it's just, I bet like 4,000 and they give me 4,000 in chips, no. But when I cash it in, they might get a little funny. I forgot what the cash window is.
Damn, man, because I know Uncle Sam does get a piece when you win certain things.
Yeah, it's so. Listen, I ain't talking about nope. Nope. I love the government.
I've learned that from Jeff. He don't talk no mess about.
I don't talk anything about the U.S. government. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the U.S. government. You guys are loved.
That's
it.
That's it.
Nope. I always love when people complain. I'm like going, and there's some dude listening going, oh, really?
Yeah. So here's the thing, man. I just learned a little bit about crap. So Miguel, next time we doing a gig near a casino where we're Devin,
let's
now. Play a little bit.
We need the real laps. We got to have Bonkers hook us up. We'll all do the Rocky Gap together,
bro.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
Y'all want to learn about dog fighting next?
No,
dog fighting next.
Nope.
It's easy to bet on.
I saw what they did to my brother Mike Vick. I'm good.
First of all, Mike Vick was doing that to the dogs that didn't win. Just everybody gets a trophy now in this new country. I don't know, man.
Oh my god. Okay, so gambling out of our system now, man. I think
we're over it. Good. I mean, but we got Orlando is we're I love Orlando right now. There's so many good things.
You're excited because there's so many new things that you're associated with, man.
Yeah, I'm having a blast.
But just let me ask you a question, man, because you are a mover and shaker in Orlando.
I don't know. I'm walking. Okay, I'm walking.
You're moving. Okay. You're shaking as well, man. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing that keeps us from getting a casino I've heard talk about this for years. They want to
It's
bring
because
one.
it was just passed about 4 years ago. We were dumb enough to believe that we all signed this agreement.
Okay.
Those little amendments that you
Yeah, the
don't know
ones that
anything
are on the
about.
ballot. Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
about 4 years ago, one came through and it goes, "Oh, this is going to hurt the schools. This is going to hurt this." No, it was pushed by Disney and the Native American casinos that we would have to vote for a casino.
Okay.
You can't. Nobody else can get a license right now.
Okay.
So you can't do it if you don't have a license.
Well, how does Tampa do it? In Orlando,
They have a license, and
They're Seminole Indians. They're Seminole Indian casinos.
Seminole. Yeah. That's right. I forgot that. Yeah.
But it's a scam. It's really a scam because when you think about these casinos are run by corporations, like normally it's a Harrah's or a Hard Rock. I mean, the Hard Rock isn't owned by the Native Americans.
Yeah.
And what I hate about that, and I'm going to say it, and you guys can be mad at me. I don't give a crap. You come down to Orlando. We don't play here. Get away with your stuff in Tampa.
Okay.
But here's the deal. Your odds are less. They're not as nice as they are in Vegas because you have no competition. So you can actually screw people on the games. Like there's one of them particularly where they have a bonus, but you have to beat the dealer to get that bonus. Everywhere else in the world, you get the bonus no matter what, because it's hard enough to, let's say, to get like 3 of a kind. Mm-hmm. And there's a bonus you get where they go, only in like Tampa would they put an asterisk. Well, you have to beat the dealer on it because they're going to get an extra 5-10% of the till for it. And the games aren't fair. And that's just what happens sometimes. These games don't have the same deals as they do at a casino that has competition.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have the nerves to gamble a large amount of money.
You a smart man.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
And when I was on the
cruise
ship,
loser.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be that. On the cruise ship, they had a separate casino for high rollers.
Black people?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, James.
I
don't even want to see the name of that casino. That sounds like 4,000 racist things that can come out of my mind.
But
give me 65 on menthol, baby.
Oh, you know how I like it. You know how I like it. Come on, man. Cornbread and menthol. Let's do
it. You gotta wear a fedora when you walk in there? I don't know. I don't
tip it.
He's like walking on aquariums.
Okay. There you go. But they had the high roller room. And it was, I think on a normal table, it was the max bet was 5. The max bet at the high roller was
no, it's a minimum bet.
Minimum
bets.
Minimum.
Yeah.
So minimum was 500 on some tables. On this table in there,
minimum high roller tables.
500. Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, I can't lose that. I can't.
Okay. You ain't seen it until you watch a guy come up to the table with bricks. They're like square chips, and the bricks are like $250,000 each.
That's crazy.
And when you watch a guy, it was like 3 a.m. I was playing Pai Gow. It's an Asian poker game, and they put these ropes around me, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And this Asian man sits down. They put the bricks down. He starts gambling. This was like 20 years ago, and they asked me. They go, "Do you want him to move?" I'm going, "What do you mean me move?" And then I realized, oh yeah, I'm nothing.
Yeah,
this dude lost around $2.5 million in around 30 minutes.
He's like, let the Jew stay. He can play with my Mogwai.
Oh, wait, a little. What type of
Jar Jar with him? I don't know what the hell. I guess when you're that rich, you have a Jar Jar.
So how much was he playing with? You think $2.5 million was what
he was playing? He probably had 3-4 mil, but I mean, he had a bunch of them. And I was sitting there, and I couldn't stop staring. Well, the security guy goes, "Hey, there's nothing to see over here." I go,
"Yes, there is."
I go, "Hold on a second. I'm happy to see Dennis Miller tomorrow night. He can pay Dennis Miller to give him oral in his with one of these chips."
Bro, if you out here just playing with $3 and $4 million in the casino,
what does it take to amuse a guy like that? That was the first lesson on wealth that I ever got. What does it take to amuse somebody who can lose $250,000 in a?
We're trying to get Congress to open files on that right now. Okay,
bro, for real.
All right.
Listen, these people are messed up, and they have enough money that.
Because I always wonder, because I'm not a gambler per se, and I know that I hear most people try to fight the fact that they want to bring a casino here. I'm like, why? Like, I can see why Disney wouldn't want that.
It doesn't really work because you have them in Detroit, you have them in other cities where it actually brings a bad element. Like Baltimore has a casino downtown now, and you can't go there. They're like, listen, you'll get mugged in the parking lot. I mean, it has such a bad element. Now, some places, if it's a high-end
Disney
casino, you
needs
have a
to
shop.
open their own casino.
They won't do it on their cruise boats. You think they're doing
The
it on their
Disney casino
property?
would be hard, just goofy. Like I told you already. Mickey's just like I told you already. You get your goddamn broke ass out of my casino. Come on, Mickey. I'll suck you. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. Break his hands. Break his goddamn hands.
Oh my gosh, that would be wild.
Goofy's
Did you see
bird.
the camera, like the ones you use on the games?
Yeah.
And I will say, you brought up an interesting point because I had a friend of mine who's in his 20s. We all know him, Kevin Dean. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
He just went on a cruise and he was telling me how bad it was. He's like, James, my whole family wanted to go on a cruise and I like cruising, but we took a Disney cruise.
That's a high-end cruise.
It is, but
it's a good cruise. Don't gamble.
If you're 20 years old, young person looking for
that's not a
gambling
party.
or looking for hooking up at a club, which they don't have on those ships. No clubs and no gambling. It's not the perfect.
Well, James, you were on the boat. Did you need a club?
He's not 20. He's talking.
I'm not 20.
He keeps saying
He
20.
was taking cruises. Us.
But he was on the ship as a 20-year-old.
He's not knocking the business model, Jeff.
I'm not knocking.
He's saying it's not the place to be.
First off, he must be rich if he's going on a Disney cruise in their 20s.
Those are expensive. His family. Yeah.
Well, his family had money then. Okay.
Yeah. First off, you're right. If you don't know this, guys, I consider Norwegian Royal nice ships.
Yeah.
Disney, bro, they charge you to the nose to go on those ships.
Twice as much, 3 times as much.
Bro, it's crazy out there. Now, is it good food? Yes, it's Disney.
It's quality. It's quality.
Are you going to see some good shows? Yes, it's Disney. But you are going to pay twice, sometimes 3 times as much for normal stuff.
You can get a bigger room. Like when I love Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean for me is
that's your joint.
It's a sweet spot for me because I don't get jacked on the rate. I can get a nice room. I can go. I love the idea of not having to go to dinner at a specific time.
That's why I like Norwegian because it has freestyle dining. You don't have to go at a certain time. I love that.
Yeah. And they have, you pay like an extra like $300-400 and they get all the super restaurants. So you can hit all the high-end restaurants.
All the upgraded restaurants. You could the nice restaurants. You want to go to steakhouse, the seafood.
Because I don't care anymore. When I'm on a boat, I don't like, how many drinks can I have? I'm like going, I just want to not care.
That's it. That's why I enjoyed myself. I want to pay not to care.
I'll tell you, my first few cruises when I was young, in my early 20s, like 21 to like 24, I was staying in the same room Jack was in on Titanic. It was me, a chicken, a bunch of Irishmen. They're like, what are you going to do when you get to the New World, boyo? And I'm like, hey, man, we're just talking. He's like, my cousin said you could come stay with us as long as he doesn't find out you're Puerto Rican. And I'm like, I'm like sitting there, a little girl's coughing. She's not going to make it to the night. She's got the fever, My first cruises, we were in that middle room with no window that you hear the hum of the engine and the carbon monoxide gets you to sleep. Every now and then somebody in the ship would come knocking on the door like, hey, Captain needs some hands on deck. Come on, boy. So that was my first like 4 or 5 cruising experiences when I was younger. Then I stepped up to the room with the porthole window, and I was like, "What is that?" Right? And they were like, "That's they were like, that's the sea," and I was like, "It's so dark and bright."
The sea.
Yes. Then I got into my 30s, and I was like, "It's a balcony on this," and then the girl was like, "Yeah, we're not gonna stay in a room." You would stay in a room without a window, and I was like, "But where are all the Irish? Are we even on a cruise? Where's Kevin O'Finnery?" And this, because like by my 5th cruise, I'm down there like speaking Gaelic. I'm like, "Tassa ya harn de bajna bach," spitting back rum, sharpening my axe just in case we get boarded by some Portuguese, So when I got
cholera, come on.
I'm sitting there like Don Vincenzo says, all we got to do is help get rid of the Goldstein brothers, and we got a good life in the New World, boy. We got a good life. And then by the time I was cruising in the in the balcony rooms, I was just like, I would see one of the Irish from downstairs like, "Miguel, it's me, Tommy O'Brien." I'm like, "Throw him overboard. He made eye contact."
I will tell you, I had a balcony room. I did feel better than most people.
You are better than them.
That. Yes.
Especially if the lawn chair where you can pass out. Oh,
yeah.
Bro, drinking on the balcony at night, watching the ocean. Mwah. Chef.
Look,
Who do you
4
set
deep.
to get the drinks, though? Who has to go get the drinks?
You already know the answer to that, Jeff.
Okay, all
you know
right,
my
that's
black
he
ass
gets
is getting up to go get drinks.
Do you have
4
to bring
deep.
her badge with you? You
Uh,
gotta go. I gotta bring her badge with
I
me.
don't want her talking to anyone
Mm-mm.
in that state. I'll do it. You stay here. You want me to
Listen.
go? I'll cut him. No, it's
There's-
fine.
There's nothing like being 4 deep in the boiler room, listening to the Irishmen play their fiddles, and everybody's shoveling coal in, and you're just laying there like, when Sally came ashore, she sung her little song, and never did she sin, and never did she wrong. And you're like standing over the little girl who's coughing, and you're like, go to him, love, go to baby Jesus. You know?
On that note, we gotta go. Thank you guys so much for listening this entire week. It's been great. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Don't forget to check us all out on our individual social medias so you can see where we're playing with comedy coming up. Thank you guys so much for listening. On behalf of myself, James John, that's Miguel Colon Jr., and that's Jeff the Batman Coffin. Thank y'all for listening. Jeff, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
What that